personally were still looking into a career, I will 100% still choose nursing. I would do it, but I just would do it totally different than how I did it. Hey guys, and welcome back. It's your girl D'Amber, and I am here with another video on is nursing still worth it in 2025? So let's hop right on into it. So if I personally were still looking into a career, I will 100% still choose nursing. I would do it, but I just would do it totally different than how I did it. It is still very much worth it in my opinion, but that's my opinion based off of my experiences and the things that I've done within my career so far. I have been a CNA. I am currently an RN, but I'm a travel nurse at the same time, you know, obviously, but yeah. I don't know. I'm a travel nurse. And then I've done strike contracts, and I'm currently in school to get my master's in FNP. So I have seen the good, I have seen the bad, I have seen the burnout, I have seen, you know, just life come into this world, and I've been with people as they've taken their last breath. So I've seen a lot of everything. Thinking about nursing, if you're already in school, or if you're questioning if this career is even worth it anymore, this video is one that you will want to watch. But before we get started, make sure you leave those comments saying if you're a student nurse, if you are RN, an LPN, in FNP school, or getting your master's, or if you're thinking about nursing, or if you're a CNA. So yeah, let's get started. I've had quite a few jobs because I am a traveler, so I do meet quite a few people, and you know, we like to talk about our experiences as nurses and things that we've seen. So we have to be honest with ourselves, and you know, from my conclusion of my conversations that I've had with people, nursing does not look the same that it has 5 years ago. People are definitely burnt out. People do not feel supported. People are emotionally drained, you know, physically drained. And a lot of people feel like we're being asked for more with less given to us. And, you know, some of those things can be true depending on where you work, who you work for, and the type of person and the type of nurse that you are. But when you come into this career, you have to understand that you have to set boundaries, and you have to, you know, decide what's worth it to you, what you're willing to do, and what you're not willing to do. And you can possibly find the perfect nursing career for you. People do get into nursing thinking that it's fast money, and yes, nursing can pay well. It really can, but not always in the way that people expect it to. Staff nursing doesn't always match the workload. And when I say that, so for example, yeah, you only work 3 shifts a week, but sometimes as a staff nurse, you will get really burned out because you're gonna wanna pick up that overtime to get those incentives. You will have those 5 or 6, sometimes 7 patients, depending on where you work. You probably will just feel overstaffed, underpaid, overworked, undersupported. And those are real feelings, and I get that. So a lot of people do branch off into traveling. When you travel, you can travel locally and get local contracts, or you can do kind of what I do, and I just travel nationwide. So I'll take a contract anywhere that I feel like the money is right, and if I want to be there. But the cons to traveling is that, like, it's not longevity. Like, I'm not going to be a travel nurse for the next 10 years. Like, that's never the goal. The goal for me traveling was to pay off student loans, to pay off my car, and to stack some money. That way, when I do go back to bedside, I feel like I'm not having to work 60-hour pay periods or, you know, extra shifts just to stay afloat. So nursing, like I said, there is good money in nursing, but you just have to learn how to be flexible, and you have to determine if working in certain situations is worth it for you. If you're flexible, if you want job security, which was something that was super huge for me, if you want to be able to live in multiple places, do multiple things, have multiple career paths, have the ability to change specialties but still do what you do. And then, you know, there's options beyond bedside. You have clinic nursing, you have aesthetics, outpatient, at-home nursing, triage. I mean, there's so many options when it comes to you holding a registered nurse degree. So if you're like doing those things, and those, I feel like nursing would be a great option for you. You know, you get to explore, you're very flexible, you're not stuck in just this mindset, and you get to get the most out of your degree. Like, a lot of people get these degrees and they stay at one job for 25, 30 years. And you know, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what people want to do. I don't, you know, fault you. But get out there and experience. Like, you don't know what's out there unless you really try. Meet new people. Like, these people will literally open up doors that you never even knew were available until you start to branch out. So I do think nursing is still worth it. You just have to determine, like, those things. Like, are you going to be flexible? Are you willing to have multiple career paths? If you're somebody that's complacent in life, I mean, it's still not a bad idea, but just know that once you get that RN degree, it really will open up a lot of doors and a lot of opportunities for you if you use it the correct way. I will say, if you hate people, you hate unpredictability, or you need every day to look the same, then maybe nursing will frustrate you. I feel like the best way to know if you want to spend your time in school becoming an RN or an LPN, then you should try to get some type of experience, whether that's you becoming a CNA, an MA, or, you know, the DSP people, the people who take care of like the special needs at their house. Those are really good jobs, and some jobs that I personally did prior to becoming a nurse, for me to understand, like, okay, this is something that I want to do. I think that I will really enjoy this, and let's go for it. They will give you, you know, they will show you how to be flexible. It'll show you the unpredictability and things that happen in real life nursing. So I think those are really good jobs for you to determine, like, do I want to spend 2 years in nursing school? Do I want to spend 4 years in nursing school? Is this even worth it? So, you know, look on your websites. Like, a lot of people get discouraged because they're like, oh, I don't have my CNA license. Or I'm not a STNA. A lot of hospitals will still hire you without those CNA license. It is not required whatsoever. Is it good to have? Sure. Will you get a pay raise? Maybe, depending on the facility. But don't get discouraged if you look on their website and they're like, CNA, and you're like, I don't have my CNA license, or PCT. They're all the same thing. Just apply. Apply, apply, apply. You never know who will give you that one yes that you're looking for. Now, if I could start nursing over, I would have done it more strategically. So I did a ABSM program, meaning I got a bachelor's degree first, and then I went back to nursing school at a fast track. So it took me 16 months. I probably would have done everything differently just to make it cost less. I also would have probably not started out in med surg, or when I left from my very first job at the adult facility, when I went to pediatrics, I probably should have tried to specialize there. Because normally when you specialize in certain departments, the load is a little less. So like if you go to the ICUs, your ratios are going to be 1 to 2. Or if you go to the PACU, you know, you're dealing with 1 patient at a time. Or, you know, those type of situations versus like me staying in med surg, because I've been there for 3 years. So sometimes when you get there, you just kind of feel stuck. And it's hard to get out, and that's kind of how I felt for a long time. But now, like I said in a previous video, I am getting ready to go to the PACU, so I don't feel as stuck anymore, and I feel like I'm starting to broaden my horizon, and I'm able to like get more experience. But that's just something that I would have done differently. I would have definitely probably tried to specialize earlier in my career versus then waiting the 3 years that I did. It goes back to my whole, is nursing still worth it? Yes, but not blindly. You just need a plan. You need to set your boundaries, and you need to have the confidence to pivot when you understand that something no longer serves you anymore. Like if it's literally not serving you, it's time to go. Like, you know, it may be sad, it may be hard to leave those coworkers that you built great relationships with, because I've been in that situation where I've stayed for coworkers and it was really, really hard for me to leave. But certain jobs just don't serve your purpose anymore, and it's literally okay to leave. So that's pretty much my take on if nursing is worth it. If this video helped you out, give it a like, share, subscribe to my channel. The support really means a lot. And if you guys want me to talk about anything else, whether it's CNA stuff, because I have been there, like I said, RN stuff, or even my journey to going into FNP school, make sure you guys leave comments below, and I will make sure that I get to all of them, and I will make sure that I will try to make videos based off of what you guys ask. So thank you guys for taking the time out to watch my video. Happy holidays, and see you guys at the next one. Bye.